Yes, yes. After work, it's Thursday. We're this close to the end of the work week. The weekend's right around the corner, and look at who we have. This is a brand new friend we've made. Friend or foe, we don't know yet. This is a brand new talent that we've met on our local scene at our favorite home base, Test of Strength. He just made his debut this past Sunday. This is Stir in the Pot with Donkey K, and my very special guest, J Boujii. Welcome to the show, my man.
See, this is exactly why we on the show, because you messed up at the show. You messed up again. You had, what was it? Sunday night, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to get my name right, and you still got it wrong.
J Boujii.
This is a family show, right?
No, not at all.
No. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna have a little bit of patience with you, and I'm gonna say it with me now.
Okay.
J
Okay.
Boujii.
Oh, Boujii?
Boujii.
Oh, but it's spelled Bushii.
Okay, so you clearly can't read either. You
Oh,
see, I made that shirt specifically for people like you. For
oh,
people
well,
like you
oh, wow.
who can't read, who probably can't write, who can't do anything probably that's a basic function. It's
Well,
literally
I'll tell you, I can read this one. This one says PJ Savage. That's a beautiful shirt too.
that's my friend, that's my brother, so it's okay.
Oh,
Shout out
okay.
to PJ Savage, it's all good.
Yeah, yeah.
But Boujii,
Oh, okay, I got you. I got you. Never again will I ever say your name wrong ever. It is Boujii, correct? Boujii, J Boujii. That'll
yes,
never ever be
yes.
said wrong, but by my lips, maybe by others, but not by my lips ever again. So,
Now, no one mess it up because they're gonna learn from your mistakes. They're
oh,
gonna learn
oh, so
today.
okay, so maybe I like to take little clips of the Stirring the Pot episodes. Maybe I'll clip out the beginning so we can all learn your name together. How about that?
I kind of like you just a little bit,
Huh? Huh?
just a little bit.
I got you. I got you. So, anywho, uh, boys and girls, we've never met Mr. Fuji, and we've seen him pop up at our very fine. We love our home base of Test of Strength in East Hartford, Connecticut. And I'll tell you, what a fine time. Not only that, Mr. Buji, we have not the fans and Test of Strength. They haven't been able to put a show on, an event at their dojo in well over a year since February of 2020. So that's the first time we got to go back to the dojo and have a
Wow.
lot of fun. And we're gonna dive right into that because that's obviously where we met.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
and you and you did tag team with one PJ Savage, a beast, if you will. That guy's a wow. Don't piss
Savage.
that dude. Yeah,
Savage.
don't. Boys and girls, I'm here to help. Don't piss off PJ Savage. He will literally fuck you up. I'm just saying. Yeah. So anywho, uh, now we met at Test of Strength. It was training day 29, big show. There was, and you know what? I may not be able to read correct, but I did some math before the show. On that specific show, training day 29, there were 16 debuts on that specific show, and 25 of the said talent on that show. I've had the pleasure and honor of interviewing them, and now PJ Savage was one of them, preluding to said event. But now we're adding another of J Boujii. So with all of that said, and I know I'm yammering a lot because I get very excited when I talk Test of Strength, my friend.
I mean, you
Um,
should be excited when you're talking to me and about me anyway, so I get it.
oh, oh yeah, 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 and Test of Strength. But when you guys came out as a tag team, yourself and PJ Savage, I will say we've never met you before as fans, but I will tell you the signals that you guys gave us, we knew to boo you because I seen it firsthand. You walk through the curtain or the door or what have you, and we talk about character a lot on this show. J Boujii and PJ Savage, they came through as the bad guys, the heels, if you will, and we felt that, and I've talked to Mr. Savage, and he says, I'm whatever you guys want me to be. But let me tell you something. You came through that door. and we knew to boo you. And I applaud you as a fan, though. And I know we try to pull the curtain back. Sometimes we don't with the talent. Sometimes they like to keep gimmick, if you will. But I want to applaud you on coming through that doorway and giving us those signals because it's not the easiest thing to do to connect with the fans. So we're going to start right there. You seem to have a knack of connecting with the fans, yes?
Yeah, definitely. The fans are everything. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like the fans, even though you said my name and butchered my name wrong so many times, we need people like you because y'all give us the energy to give out those signals and allow us to be who we really are or to be who we want to be at a cranked up value.
Mm-hmm.
Now, like I can't speak for everybody, but like what you see with me is like that's real life me. Like this is
Mm-hmm.
probably the one time that I'm being as genuine and as real ever in my career. And it's been amazing. It's been fun. Feel me? Like I like to get in people's faces. Like I got in your face right when we came up because I recognized you. I recognized you. I'm like, I seen that face before. And I asked you, and I looked you dead in your eyes and also through the lens of your camera and asked you, who's that? What's his name? Who is that right there? And you felt it. You felt that energy. You felt what I was bringing, and you felt that I had Savage with me.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just being able to connect with y'all on that type of level is just different and it's just fun because it just gives me something to do.
Isn't it the best of times though when you can, and I call it a dance of fan and wrestler or superstar or performer or whatever label that you wish to carry or athlete, if you will. Um, I love that dance of fan and wrestler because that's just fucking wrestling, man. I mean, without that vibe, and I get the goosebumps just talking about that kind of stuff. We haven't been at the dojo in over a year. Training day 28 felt like it was like 5 years ago. It felt like so long ago. But to have 16 debuts amongst with other people that you know, and just to clarify, Mr. PJ Savage cut most of his face off through his interview, so
Mhm.
don't go too low
Oh
on
yeah,
your torso.
I got you.
Yeah, yeah. We want to see we want to see Mr. Boujii. Now Skype did that. I didn't do it, so don't blame me. Skype did that.
I think you did it, but it's okay.
But the dance that we do at wrestling, that's what it's about. And I know it's a lot. It's supposed to be for the kids, but it's a different era. There are a lot of kids still involved in wrestling, but not all the time are the younger crowd there. So some of us older jackasses have to pick up the slack and have fun with you guys and girls. And I love every minute of it. And you seem to again just grasp right onto it and bring it in. Like you said, the energy. We exchanged energy right when you walked through the door. You didn't even get to go to the ring. And might I add, that room is very small. It's just a room, a
Yeah,
ring
yeah.
with some
Um,
chairs.
if you go back and watch the match, the very first thing that I said when I walked in there, I said it's too damn small in here, and that was real. It's too damn small in here. I'm coming in here. I got Savage walking in here with me. We two giants. We're two beasts inside of there. So it's like that room couldn't hold us. It couldn't contain us. It couldn't contain that energy. That's why when we walked out there, everything shifted. You hear PJ say too on our entrance, it's like the energy in the building just got different. It
Those were his exact words.
it got
You're correct.
different. You can go back and literally just watch our entrance. Our entrance was about, I want to say we took about a minute, maybe like a minute and 10 seconds to probably do our whole entrance. And it's like, it changes. Like it set the tone from that. Because you had my guy TJ come out there, Yacht Club. You feel me?
Mhm.
He did his thing. They came out there. You feel me? They're TOS, TOS, you know, with Ryan as well. And they set the tone, but it's like when we came out there, we destroyed that tone. It made something totally different. And then like it was just like, okay, now we're building. As each team came out, it's like, all right, you got Savage and Boujii out here. Then boom, the Faceless Ones came out here. Then we had Waves and Curls came out there. So it's like you got all these different energies there, but our energy, we shook it up and we made it different.
I, I'm gonna take pieces of what you just said because everything is so dead on of what you just said there. The energy changed. It was like a roller coaster ride. Boys and girls, we're just talking look at I got a skinny ass arm, but there's goosebumps there just talking about the way you've described it, because each team came out and had a different vibe of our reaction, their reaction mixed together. Now we like to boo Cold Cash, or we like to call him Cold Whack. Cold Whack.
Cold Cash.
Oh, sorry.
Cold Cash.
No, yeah, no
Yacht
offense.
Club. Respect Yacht Club.
Whatever, Yacht Club. We're getting into that. Now, we're just talking entrances before they've all hit, before the guy hits the bell and the match continues, starts, I should say. It went from Cold Cash, because we like to boo them on the reg, but we haven't been at TOS in so freaking long at the dojo. It got a little bit of mixed boos and cheers, and there was energy there for those guys, and we got that TOS feel. And then all of a sudden, J Boujii and my man PJ Savage came through J Boujii, I'm sorry, and they came through the doorway, and shit just changed.
Everything.
And then again, the faceless ones, they're pretty looking good, good looking guys. They came out. We gave them some pop, and then, man, oh man. Again, these are all debuts, boys and girls, except for Cold Cash at the beginning. All three other teams are all debuts, okay? So none of these guys... Excuse me?
What, Waves and Curls, it was their debut as well?
As well, my friend. Yeah, so we're talking an element of eight men, 4 different tag teams, 3 of them making their debut, never worked with each other before, and man, the energy was amazing before it started. And all of you guys, if I had a hat, I would tip it to you, because you all kept us so engaged from the beginning of the match to the end of the match, because there was a ton of shit going on, as TOS likes to tell stories. So I'm a fan in the outside of the ring, taking this in and having a blast. Talk to us, the fans, as an athlete, a performer, a wrestler. You're coming in, debuting, you're working with 3 other tag teams, and I know you don't know who everybody is, possibly, and you just found out that there was 3 debuts in that one match, Give us your thoughts and how you feel the vibe was and how you feel that match went for you guys.
So just leading up to getting there, it was crazy. So I feel like it started really on the car ride there.
Ooh, please, we love this. Yes.
It's myself, PJ, and then we were actually riding with the faceless ones. We're actually riding over there because we trained back with them at Johnny Rod's at W.
Okay.
So you feel me? We're able to put our differences aside to get to the mutual place of battle, so to say.
Are the faceless ones in the back?
Actually, I'm in the back with one of the faceless ones, and the other faceless one, he's in the front driving with PJ. So yeah, it was a it was a lot going on. But it was just trying to get to the show. It was just so much like traffic, accident after accident. It was just a lot going on, and it's like
where are you traveling from? I'm sorry to interrupt.
We're coming from New York, so we're coming out from in the city, and it's like you feel the frustration in the car building up, because it's like we want to get in that ring, and it's our debut, and we want to make some noise. You feel me? Like, yeah, we in the car right now, we all cool and we chilling, but it's like it's still competition end of the day. And that's just how we was just trained, how we was brought up. It's like we a family, but we still competitive. And it's love, but it's competitive. It's like, I'm going to knock you out if I got to, but I love you, though. So we finally get there. And then we had, I believe, Waves and Curls. They were the first ones there that I had seen. So I said what up to them. Found out we was working with them. And then, it kind of just set the tone there, because we just was getting ready. Like, we seen them, they seen us. Like, okay, y'all here. And then we seen Cold Cash. They was there. Everybody was getting ready. PJ and I, we stepped up to the side, get ourselves ready. Faceless ones, like, we all got into our own little corner and just got ready, because now it's like, all right, we here. Now it's time to turn up. Now it's time to put on this show. And when we got there, it was just like, all right, let's do it. We hear the crowd. We hear what's going on. And then it's like, it's a debut for all of us, so we have to set the tone. we have to make it be like, okay, like who? First of all, it's like who are these guys? It's like where did they come from? Who's Boujii? Who's Savage? Does Faceless even make sense? Waves and curves. You feel me? It's like it's a lot going on, but the one constant there was Cold Cash. So that's something you gotta go up against where it's like, okay, the known face or the known people there are those guys. So you could say they have the hometown advantage, whether you boo them or not, wherever it is, like their faces are known.
Yeah.
So me and PJ, the music's about to hit, we're sitting back there, and then he's just like, we go out there and we take over. Literally take over is that's like our whole mantra right now. You feel me? It's like so the song we came out to, I made that song. I make my own music. So
Oh
I
wow.
theme song we came out to. And if you listen to it closely, there's references for PJ. There's references for the Faceless Ones. There's references for Prince Ahmed, who performed earlier that night. I believe in the six. It was a 6 man. I believe it was right.
Yep. Yep.
Performing that, and it's like there's a line in there where it says, "We ain't best friends, we ain't family." You said this isn't family friendly, right? I can say what I got to say, right? Okay, so
Bring it.
we ain't best friends, we ain't family, we motherfuckers taking over territories. So that means we coming for everything. Where it's like, I don't. We not here to be buddy. We here to take over. So if I gotta fight you at the end of the night for one of us to be on top, we're gonna do that. And that's like the type of mindset we got right now, where it's like we going to everyone. Y'all gonna know our names. Y'all gonna know our names. Y'all gonna know exactly who we are. Cause it's like right now, and just being real and being raw. Like PJ was a guy where he was at. You feel me? He got a little name behind him. He was the heavyweight champion. He had everything. So it's like, see the PJ name's like, oh okay, cool. But it's like same thing. Who are the faceless ones? Who's Prince Ahmed? Who's J Boujii? And it's like PJ's not the only one. There's a lot more of us. There's a lot more of us. So it's like you can say we got that chip on our shoulder. So like I know every time I go out there, I'm going to steal the show. There's a part also at the beginning of the match where one of the guys said that Waves and Curls gonna steal the show. And I heard that and I just turned around. I'm like, nah, I'm stealing the show. Savage is stealing the show. We stealing the show. And that's real. That's
Yeah.
real stuff because it's like I need to make my mark here because let's say this that could be my first and last time there.
Mhm.
But you're gonna remember me. You're gonna know exactly what it was when I walked through there. You're gonna know exactly what it was when I stepped in that ring. And at the end of the night, you're gonna know exactly whatever it was. You understand what I'm saying? It's like PJ says this thing where it's like beat him on the entrance. All right, so we're gonna beat him on the entrance.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna feel us. Y'all gonna understand what's going on. So I think all that from the car ride to just us finally being able to get out and explore and just get out there because at Johnny Rod's you can't do indies. You gotta just stay there. You feel me? It's
Okay.
just the way the land is here, which is okay. It's
Mhm.
respectable. You get to learn a lot. He's a WWE Hall of Famer, so
That's right.
he what he says there's got to be some sense to it.
Yep.
But it's like with the pandemic, COVID going on,
Mm.
we can't be in that just that one bubble, so to say.
Yeah.
So it's the pandemic. It's being stuck in the bubble. It's the long car rides. It's the being tired. It's getting up. It's wanting to make a name for yourself. It's wanting to stand out, and it's wanting to feel like this is ours. This is ours for the taking. It's not a knock to anybody else that's been doing their thing. Hats off to everyone that's been out here performing, going out there, traveling the roads and making the towns and everything. But it's like we feel like this is ours. So we are
Mhm.
coming for everything. Literally everything. And that right there was the very first time PJ and myself ever teamed up. Just we ever teamed up like as a tag,
Wow. Wow.
and it was just like that's my brother, and it's like I want to go to war with him, and I want to go to war alongside him, and I want to go to war against him. You feel me? So it's like that type of stuff. It all plays into like that energy that we bring whenever we come out there, because
Mm.
we about all this stuff. We thinking like, all right, we're gonna go out there, we're gonna steal the show, and we're gonna make sure y'all remember us and y'all feel us.
There's a lot to take out of what you've just spoken of. And I thank you for no, I thank you for sharing so much because we as fans, we don't get to feel those vibes that you guys are feeling on that car ride. We feel our own vibes as fans. We're talking about X match or who's on the bill, and we're talking about the event on the way to the show. But
Mm-hmm.
you guys and girls have a different vibe. And I love that you shared so much of that, because that's what the show is all about, is getting to know our talent, especially when we've never met them before, making a debut in our local scene here. Um, the car rides, I love listening to those stories, because you guys and girls go through a lot of shit. You guys and girls go through a lot of shit on the road. There's a lot of good times. Maybe not all of them are good times, but there's a lot of good stuff that come off the road. Another piece I want to talk about is I name every episode differently. And I almost want to name this episode "We Motherfuckers Are Taking Over Territories," but I don't know if YouTube's going to allow that. I may star it a bunch.
Yeah.
I don't know. The title might change. I don't know. We'll see. And another thing, please, TOS Brass, if you're watching this, please don't let this be the last time we ever see Mr. PJ Savage and Mr. J Boujii at TOS, because I feel, as a fan, and I'm just speaking for the people that got the pleasure to be there, because what happened was, Mr. Boujii, I don't know if you're aware of this. This is the first time that TOS put out, it's always free, okay?
Mhm.
TOS at the dojo is always free on a Sunday afternoon, 2 p.m. This time, you paid $4.99 for the live Facebook feed. The first 15 to 20 people who bought that feed were able to go live and be part of the crowd and that limited attendance.
Okay.
So right off the ripper, me and my pop, we were like, fuck yeah, I'm down. And so we jumped right in on that one. But, it just felt good, because I feel it's criminal that we get so much great talent, great stories, great memories that we take home with us for free at Test of Strength. So to put out $4.99, that's still criminal to me, because of the time that we had at Training Day 29.
I agree, because $4.99 to see me is like an act of treason. That's the really way that I see it, to be 100% honest with you. And it's okay. We'll get to that part later. But go ahead. I'll talk to them about that.
No, that's okay. I mean, if you have to, if you have to tell them to make that fee like a $7.99 instead of $4.99, I mean, just don't go too crazy with the fee, okay? Just relax.
Oh, you know what? You're funny. You are funny. $7.99. So you're telling me I'm not even worth a Hulu subscription, a Netflix subscription? That's what
okay.
I'm saying to you right now.
No. Did not mean any offense. No. We don't like to do that. So you know what? I personally have the Hulu Live subscription, which is quite jumped up there. Yeah. And I gotta say, it's almost like a fucking cable bill at this time. So you know what? We're gonna make things right now before we move on. You are not a Hulu subscription, sir. You are a Hulu Live subscription.
I like that. We're gonna up it. Yeah. There we go.
Because that's equivalent to a UFC pay-per-view of nowadays. If you're not aware.
Yeah. I can rock with that.
Okay. So now I like to talk about character. We like to try to find out about the talents that we meet. And even the ones that we see regularly, get behind the curtain a little bit. We don't like to do the same old questions, when did you start and all of that, but we like to do that. We like to pull that out of you in different ways instead of just the same old questions, if you will. So I want you to take this over. Instead of me asking you questions, why don't you give us, I'll give you the only question, and you can take it totally over from here. You as J Boujii, give us, say if it was a resume of who J Boujii is as a wrestler, his character, is there a backstory, how long you've been going on in the game and stuff like that, kind of make it a package and give us J Boujii, however long you want to speak. This form is totally yours. I'll never hit the stop record button because I don't like to piss anybody off.
Yeah.
So give us who J Boujii is, my man.
Yeah. So J Boujii is the evolution and like the coming out party of J Boujii. So that's the name I used to go by. Bushi was just a name that the boys at Gleason's gave me, and it was running. It was cool. It was a nice name, had a little hip, little tone to it, and I liked it. But I felt like I wasn't getting respected, so to say. And you feel me, like no matter all the accomplishments that I had at my time where I was at, you feel me, I was the longest reigning light heavyweight champion in like 3 years at
Oh, wow.
WW. I was the first dual champion at WW, being light heavyweight champion and a North American champion at the same time. And I was actually light heavyweight champion for, not if it wasn't for COVID, 3 years. So, my resume there is definitely stacked. You feel me? It's like I put in a lot of work for where I was at, and I feel like I was still getting the short end of the stick. And you feel me? Like I'm the quiet guy. I was shaking hands. Yes sir, thank you for opportunity, all that type of stuff. Just really laid back. Humble. I'm a humble dude at heart. You feel me? I'm not arrogant at all. You feel me? I'm always appreciative. Even like whenever we spoke before, I was like, thank you. Even though you messed up my name, thank you for allowing me to come on here and to embarrass you of sorts on how you messed up my name. But it's okay. We're not gonna talk about that. But
That's it.
the when like the wheels really started got turning, it was again another car ride. We go up to Sanctuary. Is Sanctuary. They're also a promotion up in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And it's run by a guy named John Trotsky, and also one of the former trainers at WW. His name is Cowboy Billy Walker.
Oh,
Amazing guy, family, love him to death. And we went up there and they teach us about promos. The night was over. No one planned on shooting a promo like at all. And he was like, "Yo, camera's right here. Do what you got to do." I'm like, "Okay." And up until that point, I didn't really like do promos. You feel me? And they'd be like, "Hey, we got a show this weekend." You do the generic like, "Hey, May 23rd, come on." Like the simple formula, the basis for it. And it was like there's no character to that. There was no
right.
character to it. And it was just I was just bland, extremely bland until like again, PJ is a heavy influence on my career. He is my brother. Like I love him in and outside the ring. That is a guy that's like literally like took me underneath the wing where it was like I could have went the wrong direction, but he was the one guy to step up and like really like grab me like, hey, like this is what you do, this is what you don't do. And like I said, that's like a brother for life, for everything. And then he was like, yo, you get up there in that ring, you look at that camera, and you speak exactly how you feel. Exactly how you feel. Now, up until this point, I just started doing music as well. He was
Okay.
like, be that rapper, be the guy you are when you're in the studio. Like, just be you. Like, you're not chained anymore. You're not caged anymore. Like, just be you. Nothing you say can be wrong. I'm like, all right, cool. That's all I need to hear. And then it was like that was the very first promo. So if you go on my YouTube and follow on my Instagram, I do these promos every Sunday called Sunday Service.
Oh,
It was the very first promo that I put. I believe it was titled Respect, Sunday Service Respect. And then I'm talking about how it's like all my accomplishments. I'm not your number two. You feel me? I'm nobody's number two. I'm your number one. I'm the guy that's here. I'm the one that's doing everything. My resume speaks for itself, and you guys are gonna acknowledge it and respect me. And like that, there, it just kind of like it felt great and just blew up. Like it just blew up out of nowhere. People say, "Yo, that was great. That was such good shit." Everything like that,
it's
and it
good
was like,
shit.
yeah. And I'm just like, all right, cool. Now, what do I do now? So now I'm finding the character. I'm finding who I am. Now I'm starting to like grow. And then the following Sunday, I did another Sunday service where it was titled "Say My Name," and it was like y'all always saying my name wrong. My name is Bushi, but I'll get called Boshi, Bushai.
That's a good one. Bullshit.
And
I'm sorry.
and I'm just like, what? Like how?
Bullshit.
How is this happening? And then the main pet peeve of mine that always bothered me was like I was referred to by the gear I was wearing, not by my name.
Okay.
So I've done tribute gear. I've done Black Panther gear. It's like,
Oh,
oh yeah, Black Panther was nice tonight. Thank you, but no thank you. Like that's not. not my name. That's not me. You feel me? And then I wore Spider-Man, and then oh yeah, Spider-Man, Spider-Man
Oh.
text. It's like, okay. It's like okay, and so and it's just like I said in that promo, I was like, do I look like a superhero to you? And like that's where it was really coming out for me. And then it was just one day, that like following Sunday, I was titled NSFW, and I just let it go completely. Like I just went
Went-
off.
yeah, you went CM Punk.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can say that I just went off because it was like I'm looking. Like I said, I respect everybody who does this, but it's like I'm not your number two. You feel me? You're not gonna talk to me and tell me we're gonna do all these big things, and you're just gonna try and ghost me like I'm not right here in front of you. You feel me? You're not gonna read my messages and just treat me like I'm some second rate. That's not who I am. That's not ever who I will be or anything like that. And I'm not no fucking superhero. That's literally what I said. I'm not no fucking superhero. It was like, y'all gonna respect my resume, and then that's when it was like, I'm bougie. Like that was a day where it was like I'm bougie. Now I gotta start carrying myself differently. Now I gotta demand the respect. Now when I walk in a room, when I walk inside the arena, wherever it is, y'all gonna feel that energy. And so now it's like I'm bringing in my real life, what I do in real life. So like I do music. I'm actually in the studio right now with my engineer right now, and
Nice,
he's right on the other side of me. We working on something because I do my theme
nice.
song. He has a remix with me, so it's like I like to build. I like to bring everything into it, and doing music actually helped me with promos because
Mhm.
when you're doing a song, you're performing that song. It like this all really started during the pandemic. I couldn't wrestle. I couldn't wrestle. There's nothing going on, and then my one of my favorite current rappers today, he unfortunately got killed. Name is Pop Smoke, and it was like every time he performed, it was an energy. It was something like no matter what was going on, you knew he was having fun. And I wanted to bring that to me. And I took elements of that and just bring that out. So every time I'm in the studio, I'm performing, it's energy. It's something. And then that's what I learned about cadence. I learned about delivery, your high pitches, your low pitches. And now it's like when I cut my promo, it's like, all right, it's like, what song am I performing today? What song am I writing today? What am I doing today? So it's like all these other elements outside of wrestling actually help me with wrestling. You know, the being frustrated, the wanting to make music, and it just helped me be myself. And I'm a photographer as well, so it's like if I gotta shoot a promo, I got my camera. Like I got my camera right here. I
Nice.
keep it on me at all times. This is like my weapon of choice. I need to do something. All right, I got my camera right here. So it's like Bougie is just it's who I am. You feel me? It's real. It's not nothing that's like, oh, it's just like a complete like gimmick. You feel me? Like I like chains. You feel me? I like chains. I like to wear nice things. You feel me? And I specifically got these pieces right. I got a goat. I'm pretty sure you could tell why I got a goat. I'm a
Yeah.
goat. It's duh. I got a lion. Lions for a king. I'm a king. My very first song I ever dropped was called King's Rage. Very first song, and it was like that has like elements of what was going on in my career of wrestling that I was like, yo, I gotta talk about this, you know.
Mhm.
And at the same time, over the summer, I was actually outside, like doing like different like they're doing like different like little protests and stuff like that. And it was like I bring different things into it. You feel me? Not from necessarily from like a political side, but just being able to speak in front of people. So
Right.
those type of things got me comfortable to the point where it's like, all right, I could cut this promo now. I take all these elements and now Boujie's who you got, and it's like if you say my name wrong, I'm gonna tell you you're saying my name wrong. Not gonna call me by my gear. You're not gonna disrespect me. You're like when you see me, you see a wrestler, you see a star in the making. Well, I am a star actually, but we'll just say star in the making for some people. But you know, it's just real. It's just real. Like it was just all these elements of frustration, the pandemic, being able to do music, connect, having PJ in my corner, having a whole bunch of people in my corner. It was just like, yo, like just be you. And when I decided to be me was the best decision I ever did when it came to wrestling.
I absolutely love everything you've just said. There's a lot to take in. I want to start with Mr. Savage because I speak of support system on this show. May it be a spouse, a sister, a grandmother, your children, no matter what. But a lot of the times it comes down to the brothers and sisters behind the curtain.
Yeah,
PJ Savage seems to be that anchor to you right now, my man.
yeah. Like for certain,
Yeah,
like I said, he was the guy that whenever like I was going like I went through like a bad breakup at one point, right? And this is me just being real because all this stuff here it led up to who I am, and it was like I was distracted. I wasn't coming to training like I was doing everything else but being a wrestler. And like he called me out for it. He's like, yo, like what are you doing right now? You feel me? It's like, and I was kind of like complacent with the fact it's like, oh, like I could come in, I could rock the show, and I could leave. But it's like, do you want to give your bare minimum? You know, do you want to be complacent when you just want to do just enough? And it's like, he's always on me. If I'm doing something wrong, I promise you, if I say something wrong in this, he's gonna text me, and like the next day, when something wrong come out, like yo, you idiot, like this and that. You feel me? But it's never from a place of like, bringing you down. It's love. It's
yeah,
absolute love, and it's
yep,
like and he's a family man too. You feel me? Like he loves his family. He speaks about it avidly, and it's like I get to see that, and it's like this is a guy where it's like at this level he's handling the business so well, and he's treating it like he's already there, and like
yeah.
the guy where it's like you want to learn from. You feel me? It's like I don't have an ego. I don't have pride in like that. This is a guy who was a top guy. He's a top guy. I'm gonna follow him. Why is he the top guy? What can
Uh,
he do? What can I do?
Longest reigning champ at Johnny's, right?
Yeah, yeah. Heavyweight champion. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cause
Um, Now you've also spoken of uh the character, the evolution of
mhm.
where you started to where it is now. And if I might even clip that because it shows you're willing to move forward and be like, you know what? I'm trying to be something I'm not. I'm trying to create something, but as PJ Savage said, dude, go out there, be yourself because this is who you should be. Don't try to be something that you're not. So this is something else that we speak of on the show quite often. Taking yourself and amping it up for wrestling creates some of the most top superstars we've ever seen in this entire industry.
For sure.
I feel you are on a fine path because I can't see you doing anything different than J Boujii right now. Because if you were anything different, and I met you previously, I wouldn't correlate it. You know what I'm saying? And be
Yeah.
like,
Absolutely. I get it completely because it was like, even I asked myself, is like, all right, so right here, and this was like a thing that bothered me for a while, but it's like I love it so. PJ and I, we wrestle at the same place. We from WW, from everywhere. He's your heavyweight champion. I'm your light heavyweight champion. There's some nights where I come out, crowd is crazy. There's some nights where I came out, it's okay. There's some nights where I came out, I gotta pull it from them, you know.
mm,
And
mm,
there was nights where he came out, and it was like savage. You feel me? It's like I pay attention to all that, and I'm like, okay, like what's going on? Like, what am I missing? Because I at the level I don't have everything I need to have, and I understand that I'm gonna grow and I'm gonna evolve. And it doesn't bother me. We all gotta make mistakes. We all gotta grow with it. And it's like I speak to him about this. I'm like, yo, bro, like you go out there, and it's like you feel me? It's there. I go out there. It could be a home run. It could be a double. You know, you never really know what it was gonna be, and it's like, all right, like what am I doing? And it's like I ain't have nothing really to me. You feel me? All I had was a fire gear. My gear was always fire. Let me just put that out there. I always made sure not to get you feel me, into a fault. Maybe that was the problem where it's like, okay, well, what's he wearing tonight? Oh, I don't like what he's wearing. I wish he wore the other stuff. You know, it could be anything like that. And then it wasn't until like my current girlfriend now where it's like she's amazing, like she's literally like a partner for me, like she understands everything, and it's like she even told me before, she's like she came to me, she's like, you're not a face. I'm like, what? I'm like it's so random, and then for her to say like use that term, if I'm trying to say
yeah,
like, gosh, she's like, that's not you. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, yes, I am. I've been doing this. Is what's been going on. Like, you feel me? And she's like, It's not you. I'm like, all right, whatever. And then it wasn't until like that first Sunday service promo that I did, and it's like I watched it back, and I even shocked myself. I'm like, yo, it's like I'm not. It's not even that I'm not a face. It's just like I'm just not like I'm not a heel. I'm not a face. It's just like I wasn't being me. And it
Hmm.
wasn't until I started being me and just started taking my real life aspects. Like I love talking shit to people. I like literally right before we got on the call, I'm sitting here with my boy and I'm like, we was talking about the show, how one of the girls did. I just first of all, I didn't even do nothing to her. I just get up on the apron. She started yelling at me. And I look at her, I'm like, you wearing a Billie Ellis shirt. Why are you talking to me? You feel me? And then it's like we just kept going back and forth at it. Another girl, she had some hat on. I said, well, what hat you got on? Look at mine. I took my hat off. I got the pink brim. You feel me? It's just like just different things like that. Is I just loved it. And then literally probably like a good portion of the match is me and her just going back and forth, just going
Yeah.
back and forth. And it was like I love that. Like I genuinely love doing that. I was telling them that, so it's like where it comes from, like with the hats. You feel me? Like with streetwear lifestyle, the color of your brim makes a difference. You can't walk outside with a black brim. They gonna give you hell for that. Your brim
Really?
gotta either be your brim gotta be pink, it gotta be blue, it gotta be green, it gotta be something.
Oh wow.
You feel me? So it's like we making it happen. We doing a whole bunch of different stuff.
Okay.
So it's just like just literally just being me. Just I like to wear chains. I make sure I'm wearing my chain. I go out to the club tonight. I'm wearing my chain. I'm wearing something. You feel me? So I'm just bringing all these real life aspects to it.
Home run, indeed, my friend. Yourself and Mr. Savage coming through that doorway, and throughout the match, telling us the story within the ring, and again, like you're speaking of, as you're standing outside the ring on the apron and you're doing your thing back and forth, and again, PJ, Ahmed, you mentioned, fine talent, Mr. Ahmed is,
Yeah.
and. Making his OVW debut coming up soon. Might I
Yeah,
just
man,
sneak in there?
he dropped that on us out of nowhere. We like, yo, like, what's going on? But it's cool.
I
I'm happy
cannot.
for him. I'm very happy for him.
Yeah, I don't know much about him. I have seen him one time previously, the weekend or 2 weekends previously at Invictus Pro in New Jersey.
Oh yeah,
That was the first time I went to New Jersey for a show. My dad and we go to the shows together, and seeing him, it was quite the match, I must say. Good stuff. I loved what I seen out of Prince Ahmed, but then whenever I seen Test of Strength announce him, I'm like, my dad is gonna like this dude. And son of a bitch, he picked him out of the talent pool, and he goes, I like that Ahmed guy.
yeah.
His moves look really good, and I mean, we spoke of other talent, but he really picked him out, and I knew he would like him for specific reasons. Another fine talent that made his debut, along with the faceless ones, Mr. Savage, Mr. Boujii. Um, Something else that I wanted to pull out is taking the ride and just making that camaraderie, though. And I know, there's a little friction going on when you're in the ring, and sometimes you just gotta put the fists to the face. Not
Sure.
closed fist because that's illegal. Not a closed fist. So you don't want
I
to do
mean,
that.
only if you get caught, but
Oh, only if you get caught. Yeah. Um, But taking those drives of camaraderie, those are these things that build your career along with the in ring, along with the training, along with
yeah,
the sacrifices and such. So I
absolutely.
really love that you shared that with us, and I know I'm reverting back to that, but
Nah,
I just find that it's still part of the puzzle that makes one a wrestler, doing these drives and that kind of stuff.
so to speak on that a little bit more, so I actually had a show. It was with Titan. It was with Titan Championship Wrestling and Funhouse that's ran by Magic. It was April 17th, and I actually met Barton for the first time. He was
Oh,
he was performing on the Titan show, and it was like just like that right there. Like I never met him before. We just in the car, we chilling, and then we talking about what we was talking about who were some of your favorite UFC fighters, right, ever. And I just dropped the name Forrest Griffin, and like everybody just popped, like, whoa, like, hold on, like that was a different name. Just from there, we just start talking about everything, and we go about Rampage Jackson, just a whole bunch of things, and they're just like those rides where it's like you'll meet somebody new, and it's like Barton, like. It's funny because I seen his promo, and no, actually, I think he was on a podcast with somebody. I just was just scrolling on Facebook. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then after I seen his promo picture, I seen him on the podcast, and I seen him in person. I'm like, these are like three different people right now. Like, what the hell is going on? You feel me? But like, he was a cool dude. So it's like we're actually gonna be back at the show on May 15th for Titan. Well, he's gonna be on the Titan card. I'm gonna be on the Funhouse card for Magic. And to
Oh,
speak
nice.
about that too, that show is actually another show that is way too cheap, and I'm on it is $5. That is a problem. So May 15th, come out there. I'm actually gonna be facing a guy named he's from the Monster Factory. His name is Daniel. No, his name's Alex. Daniel Alex.
Daniel Alex.
Alex Daniel.
Alex Daniel.
One of those is his names. It don't really matter, but it's a number one contenders match. And after I beat him, I'm going on to face Marvelous. I gotta face Marvelous at a later date, unfortunately. I don't know why he's gonna let me pull double duty that night and just take the belt
Oh
off
wow.
him because he's been ducking me. He's been ducking me for a very, very long time.
Oh
Very long.
wow.
Because actually at the previous show we had a fatal four way, another fatal four way, and I didn't get pinned. He didn't pin me. He took the easy way out and pinned somebody else. And
Mm.
it's like, did you really beat me? No. And then now he wants to do a open challenge. Management wants to give him that, and it's just like, what's the point of open challenge when I'm right here? And then now I gotta go in a number one contenders match against Daniel Alex Daniel, whatever his name is, someone that I already beat at a Titan standout show a
Okay.
couple months back, and it's like you're gonna make me face him again. We already know the outcome about it, but it's okay. But same thing. We're taking that ride. I'm riding with them. We're gonna all be at that show, and it's fun. And another thing too that actually happened this past weekend. So I took another ride. I took a ride up to Springfield, Massachusetts, and I was riding with Prince Ahmed again, another guy named Brando Lee, and Mantis. Two other great dudes. You'll probably see them.
I know of both, especially a little bit more of Mantis. I have seen him live probably about a half a dozen times, twice against Sebastian Cage. I love when those two guys get in the ring. Holy shit! But
Yeah.
anyway, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's funny because Sebastian Cage was actually at the show that I was at, and that was my first time meeting him. And then like it's funny. Well, actually, my first time meeting him at the show was there was a picture of him in the bathroom over the toilet. So it was like, wow, that was a little that was strange there. It's like, huh. But anyway, it
That was NAW. Am I correct on saying that?
W, and that was my first time there as well. So that was another debut. So this past weekend was just a weekend of debuts. It was just great for me. But so actually I'm doing another show later on this month with ULW Upper Limit Wrestling. They're hosting their first show, and I'm in again fatal four way. I don't know why this keeps getting attracted to me against Brother Greatness, who was there also at TOS.
Oh
Yes,
my
so
god.
yeah, so I got to see Brother Greatness at NAW, and I got to see Brother Greatness at TOS, and I just had to ask him like, now you're stalking me at this point because I just seen you back to back for like 24 hours. I don't see you for like another 2 weeks. Why are you here? It doesn't really make sense. But
Who else are you going against in the Fatal Four Way?
also I'll be facing Black Storm and also Gabriel Sky.
Oh, another fine talent.
Yeah,
Yes, I'm
so
not aware of Black. Yeah.
yeah, so these are all new faces for me, except for Brother Greatness. I knew about Brother Greatness a little bit. We had a little exchange on Twitter, but it's nothing. But Gabriel Sky, I've actually heard of him, and I heard of Black Storm too. Black Storm's cool. His tattoos are cool.
Okay.
They're cool. Mine are better, but they're cool. We'll just
Oh,
leave it at
oh,
that.
oh, oh,
But yeah, so that's gonna be at Upper Limit Wrestling. That's gonna be a great show. I'm looking
definitely.
forward to that. Definitely looking forward to that. So that's gonna be fun. May 15th. That's also gonna be fun because that's gonna be with Magic for Funhouse Wrestling. the number one contenders match, which is just yet again just getting me closer to some more gold. I'm just gonna keep adding in, collecting it all into my resume. But throughout all this is literally what you said before, is like you traveling the road. You're going from Massachusetts to Philadelphia, then Connecticut, then to Jersey, then to like the real country part of Jersey where it's like, where the hell y'all got me right now? And then I gotta go up to Newark and just pray to God nothing happens there because Newark is crazy. Have you been to Newark?
I
Don't go to Newark. Don't go to
okay.
Newark.
Thank
I
you.
I like you just this much that I'll tell you don't go to Newark.
Okay, thank you for that, for liking me even that much, and I appreciate that.
Yeah,
So,
it's all right. Don't get comfortable.
um, now, boys and girls, if you've been paying attention, we'll just to this one segment, as Mr. Boujii has been speaking of, doing the drives and going to these promotions. Jot these down, or just hit the old rewind button. Look them
Yeah.
up on the face page, the YouTube, the Twitter, the IGs. Look these companies up if you haven't heard of them, especially. And I'm not just pulling them out, especially, but this is Upper Limits debut coming up. So look these promotions up because that's why we have the new talent, so we can learn about said talent and whatever promotions that they work at. So
Yep,
I
and
appreciate you.
Savage is gonna be there Upper Limit Wrestling too.
Yeah, yeah. No, I appreciate you naming those promotions because that gives us the fans, if we've never heard about these promotions, to give a look see on the medias and check them out and stuff and be able to follow maybe talents that are debuting there that we're familiar with or just to learn new talent. So
I mean, but
that's
more
what I like.
importantly, to know where I'm at too. That's really what it comes down to.
Well, there's that too. Yeah, there's
Yeah, I
that
mean,
too.
it's only that, but
Yeah,
so
there's that.
sorry,
Um,
sorry, I'm talking.
I wanted to kind of go back to something that one Mr. Ryan Frost said.
Mm-hmm.
I've been posting up the old J Boujii coming on STP. We try to at least get it out there.
Mm-hmm.
But Mr. Frost, he had a comment on one of the posts. If we may, could I read it?
Yeah. Please, please,
Okay.
please,
Because
please.
I'd never be able to remember it. I got like one brain cell. That's it.
I,
Um,
I know. It's okay.
yeah, thanks. It says, tell this guy that Cold Cash and Howell Enterprises appreciate his contributions to society as a whole and don't mess it up. This verbatim. So he wanted me to make sure that I said it correctly. He
Mhm.
wanted his message very specific to one J Boujii. I'm sure that you appreciate one Mr. Frost speaking as
Yes.
such, yes?
Yes, I absolutely appreciate Mr. Frost. He's a great guy. It's funny, I actually spoke to him last night. We got to talking a little bit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yacht Club is a thing. I mean, talking with TJ and all that. But those are like great guys. Like that, they made TOS very fun. Being at that like it's their house, and he actually reached out to me like prior to the show. I think it was probably like Saturday. He reached out to me. We spoke a little bit. Everything. It was all love that night because yet again, yacht club. But he was great. He was great, and tell him I appreciate him. I look forward to seeing him and TJ as well. Summertime's coming up. Get those yachts ready, baby.
It is coming. Now, I want to stay on that same topic. At the beginning of the match, yourself and TJ Howell, I'd never seen TJ Howell have friends, except for one Ryan Frost. Uh,
But see,
you're,
I can tell you why. I can tell you why. First of all, you kept talking too damn much whenever we was actually getting reacquainted with each other. When the last time I seen him? It's been
no.
like 6 years since I seen TJ.
Oh, wow.
6 years. And it's like, oh my God, like he's grown up so much. He's got even richer. I'm pretty sure his new yacht looks even better too. And it's like we're trying to have our moment there, and you just keep talking and talking and talking.
That's what I do.
Well, I mean, we could try something different every once in a while, right?
Mix it up at wrestling? I don't think so.
But yeah, I haven't seen him in so long. The reason why you ain't seen him have a friend because it's yacht club. You got to get on the yacht to know about yacht club.
uh, what would you say in the ballpark, if you don't mind sharing with us, the fans?
Mm-hmm.
What would you say in the ballpark again? You don't have to give exact numbers.
Ballpark.
What do you think your yacht is worth?
Come on, come on, come on. I know we all see those commercials where it says like movie ticket $20,
Yeah,
popcorn 15.
yeah,
What else is there? What gummy bear 6?
yeah.
Boujii's yacht priceless.
I don't think it's priced. It's gotta have a price tag on it.
All right, you know what? Because you clearly can't understand the concept of priceless. So I'm just gonna tell you a couple M's.
Oh, okay.
A
A
couple
couple
M's.
M's.
Just a couple.
A couple, but a couple M's for a yacht doesn't that make it a dinghy? Like a
Do you have a yacht?
no.
So are you qualified to talk about a yacht?
Oh, okay. No. I'm totally speaking out of turn on yachts.
Talking about at least a ballpark about yachts, and you want to say, doesn't that mean this?
Oh man, Ryan Frost is gonna love that impression. He likes to. Never mind. Yeah, we don't want to keep going down this road. Now yourself have been a singles competitor, working as a light heavyweight champion at your home base. How long were you at Johnny's before you started spreading your wings there?
I think it was so. I actually started out as a tag team competitor. That's actually
Oh,
the thing about it. Yeah, I was actually a tag team
okay.
competitor. But I was there for like 4 years. Think about like four, yeah, 3.5, 4 years. And I mean, well, with the way Johnny does it, it's really about two because you don't train every single day for 365 days a year. So when I say about 2.5 years, I don't put time into there. But it was I had a great time there. You feel me? But life is all about evolving and just you feel me getting out there and just you gotta chase your dreams. End of the day, well, I don't really call this a dream. I call this a vision because dreams you only see when your eyes are closed and when you're sleeping at night. I think about this every single waking moment of my life. For me, this is something that I've always wanted to do since I know it's cliche every time since I was a little kid, but I vividly remember just literally one image from that, and it was Stone Cold Steve Austin. I remember hearing that glass shatter. I'm watching it with my mom and my dad, and just seeing how like the crowd reacted. It was just like, I need that. Like I want that. And then from there, just like this is what I know, what I want to do with my life, and he's my all time
Mm.
favorite. And which, by the
Uh,
way, I just dropped a brand new T-shirt, Yobi 417. Go check it out.
huh.
Now I
Uh,
know you're thinking, what is Yobi? Let me educate you. So, right, we like to throw Y on a couple words, right? So people like yourself say handsome, right? Handsome. You grew up saying that word a lot, right?
yes, yes,
Yeah,
handsome.
I don't know if you got called that often, but anyway,
No,
um, we like to say the word Yansome. We throw a Y on it.
handsome.
Yans. Try it. You can try it one time, and if you fuck it up, God bless you.
Uh, Yansome? Huh?
All right.
Yansome. That
Yeah.
doesn't even sound right. It's supposed to be handsome.
No, it doesn't sound right because you're saying it. That's really wild. But I tried to give you a chance there, and
Uh,
you, it's
okay.
okay. Anyway, so the shirt
Yobi.
is so what I call. People call them springboard cutters and all this other stuff. No, the name of the move is the Yobi Yutter. The
Oh.
Yobi Yutter. This is a
Uh,
nod to the late Kobe Bryant, R.P. Kobe, Mamba forever. Love
I
you.
see what you did.
But also, if you pay attention, I wrestle in Kobe's. So I actually perform in the Kobe Elite Highs, the Gumbos. Those are actually one of the most sought out pair of Kobe Bryant sneakers. And I figure, Kobe's also an influence now, as I see. I'm not gonna lie, he wasn't my favorite player growing up because I like the Boston Celtics, and it was just a lot of war going back and forth. But just seeing how like he was great, I try to look at people who are great and try to take qualities from each and every one of them, and it's like that Mamba mentality. You gotta have that strike mentality, that attack mentality, and that's what I was thinking once I walked through there. Once that energy changes, Mamba mentality. So The Yobi shirt is Yobi 417. I feel like it's very poetic because we all know the Austin 316 shirt. The Yobi 417, right? The Yobi unit was created 1 month and 1 day after Austin 316 was said. Well, the
Oh
shirt
wow.
rather. So yeah.
Huh.
So yeah, go
Uh,
check out
you want us to go where?
once again,
And look at.
WrestlingTees.com. Type in J Boujii, Boujii. All right. I mean, look, I'm gonna get out the frame a little bit. I got this right here.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah. Oh wow, yeah, I know. Yeah. I see.
Wow.
I like to change it up for the people who can read. You feel me? So I don't gotta put Bushi all over the place.
Okay.
But this is available. I have also the Bougie Takeover T-shirt too, because you were blessed to witness the takeover. You know that, right?
I'm privileged.
You got to see the takeover for the very first time. You got to see myself and PJ Savage team for the very first time. And that was the debut of the takeover. So the Bougie Takeover shirt is also available on ProWrestlingTees.com.
I might have to scoop that one up myself right there.
I'm gonna be real with you too. I like you wearing PJ. It's great, but if I don't see you with another wrestler shirt next time,
Oh, a Stone Cold shirt.
you're so funny. You know that, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
can I ask you a question about this shirt? You know Mr. Savage
Yeah.
quite well.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Now, the regular price for a wrestling T-shirt on the average is
Mhm.
$20, right? My question to you, Mr. Boujii, why was I forcefully had to pay? Why did I forcefully had to pay $36.50 for this fine merchandise?
Was that not inexpensive?
Well, it's more expensive. That's my
Well,
issue. It's
no,
almost
no,
doubled.
no. See, the problem is, like you said, the average pro wrestling T-shirt, the average wrestler's T-shirt goes for $20.
Yeah.
A handshake and a hot dog, really?
You're taking a hot dog. Look at you.
That it? No, we are not your average wrestlers. We are not your average performers. We are not
Oh,
your average anything. Like you said earlier, I'm Hulu Live, right?
you lied. Yeah, I guess.
Right? And that's still kind of
I
too damn
guess.
low, but I'll let you slide for today. But that's how it is.
Oh,
36,
wow.
I'll be real, y'all would have made you pay 50 and charge
36.
shipping and handling.
Wow. Oh,
Tax,
maybe I shouldn't have opened my mouth.
processing fee,
Well, I hope.
and
If I
gratuity
do,
too.
well, like, come on, whoa, everybody, calm down. Holy cow, that's like $100 shirt right there. Whew. Yeah, I know you're bougie. I know, I got that.
Learning.
Um, Mr. Boujii, we've been speaking for an hour. I really, in my heart of hearts, I thought you were going to give me about 17, maybe 18 minutes of your time and then just fucking hang up on me and take off.
You know, I was like this close, right? To be honest with you, I was gonna give you about 30 seconds, but I
Wow.
got I got unlimited minutes that unfortunately that you did waste, but they're unlimited, so it's okay. I could
Uh,
kind of make it work a little bit.
well, so they're not wasted. So they're not wasted minutes. All right.
Ooh.
Um, okay. All right. Now, where before we do let you go, because I would like to bring this to an end because we could talk all night. Well, at least I could. We know
Hey,
I can talk.
hey,
Um,
you can go.
yeah, I can. Now, before we do let you go, though, I'd like to maybe pick your brain just for a couple of things before we do let you go. Now, I like to ask the talent, where are you at in your career right now? Because some are comfortable being on the independent level. Maybe they have a family, they have a job, the shoot job, and
Hmm.
there's a life behind what they do with wrestling. So some of them are comfortable being an independent wrestler, where most of them have, like you said, since I was a kid, I knew I wanted to be main event WrestleMania. Where does J Boujii sit in this? And I think I can smell the answer cooking. Where does J Boujii in his career? Where do you see yourself on the big stage at the Dub, AEW, New Japan, or are you comfortable on the indie level?
So everyone's dream is WWE. Like everyone's dream. Like it's not knocked anywhere else, but it's like I'm real with you. Growing up, I didn't know about New Japan. I didn't know about it Impact. I didn't know about Indie, so to say. I only knew WWE. So that's always been my focus is what I know, and that's WWE. Now, don't get me wrong. You feel me? If AEW needs their stage blessed, I'm there. New Japan needs their stage blessed, I'm there. MLW, which they put up a post today earlier asking about like who do they need to see there, and I commented and told them it would be an act of treason if myself nor PJ Savage is there. So we're gonna see if they're gonna abide by that. But Mexico, anywhere like well, to be honest with you, I want to go wrestle in Mexico, England, Canada. I want to go wrestle a couple places first to be like very honest with you. Like that's something that's really interesting to me. I want to travel a little bit before anything, but of course WWE, like that's the goal. Like I got little brothers. I got a baby brother who told me that he wants to be a professional wrestler himself. He's his birthday is end of the month, May 31st, turning 8. And it's like he texts me every day, like head of the table, Roman Reigns, all this type of stuff. And it's like it was one night he was being funny. He thought he was tough, and he called me J Bushi. He said little J Bushi. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So it's like I got my family. You know, I got my mom, I got my brothers, I got everyone. You feel me? I got my support system. I got my community who is like, I gotta be WWE because I gotta make a change. You know, that's just like on like some real right there. So
that's the name of this episode. I got to make a change. I absolutely love that message from one J Boujii. That is perfect right there. I got to make a change. I love that to pieces. Um, Now we've talked about making the doing the drives and such,
mhm.
and we spoke about the camaraderie, meeting new talent, and you spoke already about you and Mr. Burton, fine talent, by the way, connecting on levels you would have never thought because you've never met before, and you think you're gonna just stick with wrestling, but life just kind of connects with everybody, outside the wrestling. Is there a funny antidote? And I know you might not have been on the road too long right now in your career, but is there a funny road story that you can share with us, the fans? May it be something that happened at a gas station, or you got stopped by the cops, or look at that smile. Look at him. Please share with us, my friend.
I
Please.
got two. I got two. I got two.
Yes.
So
Yes.
the first one was at the last Titan show. These guys love Wawa. Like I like PJ, our other boy named Leo. His name he goes by the name Ransom. You're gonna see a lot of him too soon. Barton and like we're in Wawa's and they're like going batshit crazy. Like it's Wawa's like PJ got his arm like up here with a bunch of snacks and stuff, and I'm like, what? And I just go in, I grab a little, I grab another butter, just something real quick. He like, now get a sandwich. Like, no, bro, I don't eat this. And like the world stopped. Like Bart looked at me like, bro, listen, get like the cream filled pretzel or something. It was something just crazy. I'm like, bro, I don't want this. And then they just started calling me Nutter Butter for like the rest of the ride home.
No, they didn't.
And then actually, this past weekend at TOS, I got in the car. It was myself and both of the faceless ones. We was sitting there waiting to get back home because we're over everything. We tired. We want to get home. And Savage was doing something. He was taking a long time, and Prince Amel was doing something taking a long time. And Face got really hungry. He got fed up, and so we left him. And we went down to Mama's Pizza Shop, I believe it is, right down the block. And
Yeah.
it was raining, so then Savage is calling me like, "You motherfuckers, y'all left us. Like you got me sitting out here like I'm waiting for an Uber." And then Frost comes by to him, and he's like, "Where's your boys?" I was like, "They're ribbing us right now. They left." He just looked at me like, "Damn, man."
That's
That's
dirty.
just awesome. Like everyone's going up to them like, "Yo, do you guys need a ride? You need a ride?" And then like we sitting there, we on the phone like, "Hey man, listen, we're right behind you. We down the block. We're nowhere near them." But yeah, they were really upset about that. But it was funny. It was funny. And
Uh,
we ended up going to Dairy Queen, and Dairy Queen have nothing that they wanted. So it was just it was really funny. It was karma because I wanted Wendy's. That's really why I wanted Wendy's, and they want to go to Dairy Queen, so they couldn't get nothing. I like that.
uh, thank you so much for sharing some of those intimate times with your brothers, if you will, on the road. And I always appreciate when a talent shares those with us, the fans, because this is definitely not for me, my man. This is for the fans that just enjoy wrestling, that want to know the talent, that get to hear stuff that we would never at the events and such. So I appreciate you sharing. Not only that, but boys and girls, hour and 10 minutes. Our new friend J Boujii, I want to consider him more of a friend than a foe at this point. Um, we've had such a fine soiree, if you will, with our new friend, and we've learned so much. He shared a lot about his career. More, when we say we pull the curtain back, he was willing to share with us, and I love that because a lot of guys and girls sometimes they don't want to, do that because sometimes it's in specific instances, it's forbade, if you will. They try to take that old school mentality of the kayfabe and try to, continue that, which I love kayfabe.
Yeah,
That's fine.
I love it too, but the way I just look at it is just a switch.
Yeah.
That's just the way I look at it. Where it's like I know who to be when I need to be that person. And it's like right now, I don't gotta Pele kick your head off right now. You feel me? So
Hey, no, hey, whoa. Let's not escalate things. But no, I feel you on the switch because I'm an average guy. I don't have a lot going on. I'm a pretty simple dude. Wrestling is my outlet. So when I walk through that door, my man, shit changes. That switch, if you will, it kind of turns
yeah,
on.
actually, thank you because when I walked through, you said, "Oh shit." That's why I looked at you. So there you go. Yeah.
Well, hopefully we can reconnect maybe 4, 5, 6 months down the road. See where Jay Boujii's at, how his career is going, where he's got his foot in the door. Maybe he'll have some new gold in his
Yeah,
possession.
for sure.
Maybe would you be willing to reconnect maybe later down the road?
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. I'll probably have a couple more yachts too.
Oh,
If
yeah,
it
of
were.
course you would. Huh? But yeah, great times at TOS. Thank you, TOS, for bringing new talent. We love our local talent, but we like to see new faces and see different talent. And then we would have never met Mr. Bucci here. So thank you so much for sharing as much as you have. Is
Thank
there anything else besides the old social medias that we'd like you to have give us? But is there anything else that we haven't talked about yet, or something that you wanted to bring to the table that I haven't asked you at all?
Nah, you actually did a really good job. I would
Oh,
tell you that you did a great job. This is I enjoyed myself on here. Like mentioned before, it's J Boujii everywhere. Boujii. I'm actually on TikTok now too, because I figured out like TikTok is pretty cool. Like I got like 1,000 views in like a day, so that was strange. But just everywhere. Be on the lookout. Also, like I said, I do my own music. Let's look out for GMP. That's my producer, but that's my engineer, but he also does music himself. You're gonna hear us on the track together. Look out for my boy named Enz. He's also gonna be on the track with me. So the takeover is everywhere. Just
oh.
look out for the takeover.
Well, we got to see some of it live right off the ripper at TOS when Jay Boujii made his debut.
Yes, sir.
This is Stirring the Pot with Don Kincaid and my very special guest, Jay Boujii. Don't call him Bushi. I'll kick your ass.
That's a fact.